I'm going to show you a secondary ladder stitch. If you don't really care about invisibility as much, this is more the ladder stitch we were doing. But this ladder stitch just is putting a small running stitch on either side of the fabric. So you just pinch it, go through both, pull it out, and then just do the same thing where you're doing a small running. It's not easy to bend it because you're going through 4 layers of fabric. So this is a kind of in and out one. And show you how this one looks versus the other one. So really, you just end up with a bunch of running stitches, and it shuts it nice and tightly. Obviously not as invisible, but if you're going to whip stitch this onto a project, I don't know if it matters if it's that invisible, and which one just feels better in your hands to do. The final way to do this, so let's imagine, so that's the straight ladder is what I would call that, because you're kind of making the rungs of a ladder if you're going boop, 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 boop. The last way to close it, so we've done the split ladder where it's more like you're doing a one-handed ladder and you're grabbing each rung, and then we've done now this straight ladder. Then you could just do a whip stitch to close as well, and that would just be up and over, so starting on one side and finishing on the other. I know you've seen whip stitching before from me, but this is another application of a whip stitch. Also not invisible, but it's probably how you're going to attach it to your project. So having a second whip stitch, or even just not doing a closure and closing it on the project, where you whip stitch it to the project and you're closing it as well, it's pretty cute too. So those are all the ways you can do a little closure. And I think these little patches are just cute.